Are you a woman in tech? Have you ever felt like a fraud at work? In 1978, psychologists Clance and Imez discovered the phenomenon of high-achieving women doubting their own abilities. Self-doubt holds us back, especially in technology, where women are underrepresented. We asked women leaders in tech how they overcame imposter syndrome. Listen to their stories on ImpostHER.
I am a data scientist at Intel Corporation. Before that, I worked in political data and did some healthcare data analytics as well. So one time for me was a program when we were creating a new database for a healthcare system. This was a nationwide system that was set to be launched for all doctors who were speech-language pathologists and hearing audiologists. I was the only woman on the call, and there were some serious flaws with what we were rolling out in terms of how the program was designed. And I kept looking around thinking, does anyone else notice this? Is anyone else paying attention to this? Should I speak up and point out these problems in a room full of all these gentlemen who with decades of experience on top of me, PhDs in the room, and here I am, this self-taught, homegrown data person. I eventually did speak up. I was glad, it was a good thing that I did because it ended up saving a lot of money with the overall project. I think it's so important to think less of yourself as I don't fit in and I'm an imposter, and think more of yourself as someone who can bring in a different view and look at things in a very different and critical way. I think that's the benefit to being someone who looks different and someone who is different in a situation, especially in technology, where so much of it is driven by, situations and real people. Get to the point and get to that as quickly as possible. Having one victory under your belt in a professional setting automatically qualifies you or helps people see you as important. So it is in a lot of places less about what you bring in and more about can you, in the moment, if there's a problem, keep yourself collected, handle that issue. We have to talk about it as women. We've got to keep talking about it. I know some people think that it's just overkill and diversity and tech and it's always being talked about, and it's not actually. It's only being talked about in very select circles. There are some people who have still never heard of the pipeline problem. People make it more complicated than it needs to be. I think it's the perception and the persona of I should be the next Zuckerberg or I should be the next Elon Musk. No, be the next you. Just be a better version of yourself. That's enough to do good things in tech. I'm an able-bodied person. Speaking with someone who's not able-bodied or has a disability, that's going to teach me a totally different tactic and completely different approach. And I think it's, there are a lot of different groups out there. It's not just you're only a woman, and figuring out what we can learn from different coalition building.